This is the video for the trail option and real-time option of the Torpedo game. I'm going to start by clicking on Trail in the red stripe. Here we see it executed the first 9 instructions of the Torpedo game for this cycle. And we see it started at P0, which is the main program, instruction 0. That's where it will always start each cycle. And it's where it says branch if equal task to 0 to AA. But we see the next instruction it executed wasn't at AA, but it was just the very next instruction, instruction 1, where it did this absolute value. Then it went in instruction 2, which says branch if equal game number to was game number, go to AC. Well, here we see it did go to AC, which means it went from instruction 2 to instruction 8. That's the note instruction. And then after that, it went to instruction 9. But then that has to do with the YouTube video part of this, so that's not really Torpedo program. So I'm going to go up here and advance 9 more until I see it get to instruction 10 of the main program. That means it returned. Here's instruction 10 of the main program, which also has to do with the YouTube, so we're going to not talk about that. But the very next instruction, line 11, does a call to routine 101. Well, 101, subprogram 1, tab 1. And here we see the very next instruction it does is in P1, which is subprogram 1, instruction 62, which is tab number 1. And here we see what it's doing, and it made this blue C. Well, I'm going to advance 9 more. Oh, now it made the brown. And now it's checking to see if that blue, the green rectangle is clickable, I believe. And I'm advancing 9 each time, looking to see if it'll go back home to the main program. And let's see, still hasn't. It's thinking about it, huh? Oh, now it did. It went home. That was the end of that routine, and the very next line it goes to after that is the main program, instruction 12, which is another call. It's calling routine 102, which is subprogram 1, tab 2. And right here we see that's where it is. It's in subprogram 1, tab 2. Well, we'll advance 9 more instructions. And I'm going to watch and see. Oh, it didn't go far till it went home again. Now it went home to the main program. It's at instruction 13, which is a call to 103. Well, that routine is subprogram 1, tab 3, and here we see that's where it is. So now we'll advance 9 instructions there and see if it goes home. Well, I'm clicking a while. Oh, it's drawing ships, I think. Yep, there they are. It's drawing ships. There's the gray color for the ships. Went around 19 times. Still waiting to see it go home again. There it's doing the pattern for a ship again. There it went home. Finally, here it went home. We don't see it in the main program yet, but here we see the home instruction. So I'm going to advance 9 more. And we'll see, yes, it's back to the main program. Instruction 14, where it does another call. Now it calls subprogram 1, tab 4, and the next thing we know, it's in subprogram 1 at tab 4. And here it's going to go around some nested loops. So I think it's going to be there quite a while. So I think I'm going to advance a lot of instructions now. I'm going to advance 90 instructions at a time until I see it go into another routine. Hold on. There, okay. Now it left that routine and got to the routine that draws this, the intercept points. That other one just had too many instructions it had to do. It had what we call nested loops. And that takes a while to get through there. So now we're going to advance 9 at a time. It's going to do the intercept points here on the left. There it's doing them. Oh, no. First it did the ship lanes. Now it's doing the torpedo paths. There they go. I'll watch to see if I can see it go home. Oh, it drew the red rectangle around it, and that area is clickable. Now it's putting those numbers down there, and here it went home. Here it went back to the main program again, and just saw another call to subprogram 1, tab 6, and here we see subprogram 1, tab 6. We'll advance 9 again. Ah, this is where it puts the totals at the top. I'll keep watching. There it went home. And after it went home, it went to another routine. And you know what? It never asked us what game number we wanted up here. I think that's where we are now. We're in the main program. Yes, and there it did. It asked for the game number. And there it went and exited. So that's the end of it. So we went on the trail from the beginning to the end. Now we're going to show another thing that the trail's useful for. I'm going to go off the trail and then start it again. What if we wanted to change the color of the blue rectangle that I call the sea? Well, we could advance 90 instructions. Oh, it already did it, so we didn't really find it. So I'll go back to trail, and this time we'll just go 9 at a time until it does it. Oh, there it did it. It drew it. Well, now let's say I want to change the color of that. And over here I see the line that made the color. It says here, color it 449, which is this light blue. Well, if I wanted to change that, I could click on that instruction line, and I can leave the trail, and I go to the program. The program knows that I clicked on that in the trail, so it's going to take us right to that point. Here, I clicked on it, and sure enough, I entered the program right at that line. I don't even have to know what subprogram I am in and what instruction line this is. I just use the trail to go find it. Well, now I'm in there. I can update that line and change that to 779. 779. Enter that. Replace the line. And execute the program. Well, now I have a much lighter sea for my ships. Well, let's say we want to change it back, but we have another way of making a change to that color. Again, I'm going to go to the trail, and I'm going to advance till it does it. Alright, it did it. And again, I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to see it. Here it says color 779. I'm going to click on that instruction line, but instead of going to the program, I'm going to go off the trail and go to real time. Real time will know where it was clicked. So I click on real time, and sure enough, here it shows that instruction with 779 in it. Well, I'm going to click here because I want to change that back to 449. Put my 2 4s in, and you see it change. That's why it's called real time. Let me do that again. I'll change it back to 77. Oh, purple, and then a light blue. So you see, it's called real time because it's actually changing the program. And in fact, if I save the program that way, it would then be that way. So you have to be careful not to accidentally change anything in real time that you really didn't want to change. Alright, so we can go on the trail and go to real time, but we don't have to use the trail to get to real time. Let's just go to the program. And we're somewhere in the program, say here, and we want to set the size of this particular rectangle I see it's making down here. So I'll just click here, and then I'll go to execute the program, and I'll go to RT. RT will remember the last yellow highlighted line. I click on it, and sure enough, here it shows the sizes of this rectangle it's going to make. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to start to change some of these things to find out what this is. I'll change this 8 to 48. Oh, now I know what it is. It's this rectangle down here, the one where you launch your torpedoes. Well, I'll change that back to 8. Again, you can see you can make your changes in real time and set them to what you want, to position anything on the screen, change its color, change fonts, sizes. Many things can be changed by real time. So you can get to real time either by going on the trail and then to real time, or you could go from your program right to real time. Well, this is the end of the video for the trail option and the real time option of the Torpedo game.